an absolutely no curl Tunisian crochet stitch. I don't know about you, but I love to do Tunisian crochet. It's just so cool to use the big hooks and to do something different. If you crochet a lot, then you're often looking for new stitches, and Tunisian is just fun. It's neat to put all the loops on your hook and then pull them through. So yeah, I really enjoy it, but I hate that it curls, and I mean it curls. Every now and again you can find a certain yarn that works well with it and it doesn't curl, but really for the most part it's just a beast, and you have to end up blocking it. It's just a pain. But this will absolutely not have to be blocked. It can be worked with a border. This can make a blanket, it can make a purse, it can make placemats, it can make baby blanket. I mean, it could literally make anything, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. It's got a beautiful feel to it. It's got a nice stretch to it. It's just a great stitch. Okay, so let's get into the materials. So for today, I'm using a 4.0 millimeter hook, and it is a Tunisian hook. Depending upon how big you are going to make this stitch, you're definitely going to need a Tunisian hook. But now if you were making smaller squares of this and you wanted to piece them together, a lot of people do that with Tunisian. You could just use a regular hook, okay? And I'm using some of that caboo yarn that I've been into lately. This is like their mauve color, and then I'm using a white, okay? So those are the colors I'm using, and then all of this will be in the description box below as well. You might need a pair of scissors and a darning needle for the end of your project, whatever you make out of this, but for the sake of this video, you won't need it, okay? You're also gonna pull up your colors as you go, so you're not gonna have to work in a lot of ends. Okay, great. So let's get into the tutorial. So we're going to start by chaining 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 25. Okay. Now I just say multiples of 25, but you can obviously make that shorter, or you can make it bigger. For the swatch that I just showed you, I did 50. Okay, so you're gonna go into your first stitch, the second stitch from your hook, and you're gonna pull up a loop, just like that. And then you're gonna go into the next and pull up a loop. And you're gonna keep doing that all the way down, pulling up loops. Just like this. Okay, so on our last loop that we need to pull up here, go through your last stitch, pull up your loop. So you've got all these loops on your hook. And so now you're going to yarn over and you're going to go through the first 2 loops, just like that. And then you're going to chain 2, 1 and 2. Then you're going to go through your next 2 loops. Then again, chain 2, 1 and 2. Then go through your next 2 loops. And again, chain 2, 1 and 2. And then you're going to go into your next 2 loops. So chain 2, and then go through your next 2 loops. And you know, it's these chain 2s right here that really keep the work loose and keep it from curling. So you're just going to do that all the way down, chain 2, and you go through 2 loops. Okay, and then you've got these left right here. So you've got a loop left on your hook, and then you've got a loop left here. So all I want you to do is chain 1 through this first loop here, leaving this other one still on your hook. Place that down, and then we're going to bring in our other color. Okay, so all you're going to do is you're going to bring in this other color by going through these 2 right here. So I'm just going to pull this through, just like this. And then I can tighten the white in the back. And like I told you, we're going to be pulling up our yarn so you can leave that white hanging in the back there, okay? So right here, as you can see, we just worked through that space right there. So there's a space right there, and then we have our 2 loops and a space and 2 loops and a space, okay? So we're gonna be working through all of those, all right? So what we're going to do is this first loop is going to count as a loop, just like it does with any Tunisian crochet. But then you're going to go into the space between this loop right here and these two, this space right here. You're going to pull up your yarn, and you're not going to go through these loops together. You're going to go through this first one, and you're going to chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. So you've kept this loop normal, and then you've chained 3. Then you're going to pull up a loop through these two right here. Go through those and pull up a loop. Then you're going to go into this space right here and chain 3 again. But you're only going to go through this loop right here and chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. And then you're going to go through your loops again, your 2 loops. So then you're going to go through these 2 loops, and you're going to pull up a loop. Just like that. Then you're going to go into the space again, pull up, and chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. And then you're going to go through these 2 loops right here again and pull up a loop. And then into the space, pull up, and chain 3. And then go through these 2 loops, pull up a loop, and go through this space and chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. And then go through these 2 loops, pull up a loop, and then go into the space and chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. So you're just going to keep doing that all the way down, going into the space, chain 3. And the hardest part of this for you might be doing this chain of 3, because you're going to be so used to, if you're familiar with Tunisian crochet, just going through loops. So it's going to be odd to do that chain of 3. So again, go into your space, do a chain of 3, then go through your loops, your 2 loops right there, pull up a loop, then go through and do your 3 chains, 1, 2, and 3, and then go through your loops. Pull up a loop, and now we're in our last space here to do our chain of 3. So pull up, do your chain of 3, 1, 2, and 3, and then go through these last 2 loops right here. You can see right there, work through those front 2 loops just like you've been normally doing, and pull up a loop. And that was your last stitch. So if I pull it all out, this is what it looks like. Okay, and again, it's these spaces that make this knot curl. It's not so tight that you can't, that you get a curl from it. Okay, so then you're going to yarn over, and you're going to go through your first 2 stitches. So you've gone through this loop here, and then you've gone through the chain 3 loop. Okay, so you've gone through both of those. Then you're going to chain 2 again, 1 and 2, and then you're going to go through your next 2 loops. And then chain 2 and go through your next 2 loops. And again, chain 2 and go through your next 2 loops. So you're just doing that all the way down. Okay, and the way you end here is the same you ended for that first one. You've got these 2 loops here. You've got one on your hook up here, and then you have this other one over here. So you're going to, again, chain 1 just like that. And then you're going to let the mauve color fall, and then you're going to bring up your white color, or whatever color you're using. And then you're going to pull through those just like that. So that's how you change your colors, and then you can tighten up that other color, and then you're going to work just like we did before. Okay, so let that mauve fall in the back, and now we're going to be working with the white. So how great is that? No ends to work in. And the same thing you did before, it is a row, it just repeats. You're going to go into this space right here, and you're going to pull up, and you're going to chain 3. 1, 2, and 3, leaving this loop on your hook. Then you're going to go through these front 2 loops and pull up a loop, then go into your next space and chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. Then go through your loops, pull up a loop, go into your space, chain 3, pull up a loop, and go into your space and chain 3. And into these front loops, pull up a loop, and chain 3. And just keep doing that all the way down. Okay, so we're at the end again, and we're at our last space to work our chain of 3. So pull up, do a chain of 3. And then we are at our last 2 loops here. You're going to go through those loops, pull up a loop, and we're all done with that. And now we need to work through those loops. So again, you're going to go through your first 2 loops, then you're going to chain 2. Then you're going to go through these next 2 loops, then you're going to chain 2. And through these. And you're just going to keep doing that all the way down. Okay, and you go through those last 2 loops, and then you've got this loop here on your hook, right here up above, and then you've got this one below. You're going to chain 1 just through this first loop here, and then you're going to let the white fall, and you're going to bring up the mauve. Okay, so then I would just pull that up, and I would go through both loops, pull tight on the white, and then I would just repeat, and that's what it looks like. And then everything's just pulled up as you go, and everything's wonderful. So this is a great stitch, guys. I was really glad that I found it. So easy. I'm so glad I can do a Tunisian crochet stitch without it curling constantly. I think what I would like to do is make a scarf out of this. It's very lightweight with this yarn. By the way, this can be worked with acrylic or anything you want to. You could use a really small needle and make really thin. This would be beautiful anyway, but it's really lightweight, so it's perfect for spring for a scarf, and I love these colors. So that's what I'm going to do with it, but let me know what you do with it, and let me know how this goes for you, if you enjoyed this tutorial or not. You can find me on Instagram, you can find me on TikTok and Facebook and a Gmail, and then you can find me here on YouTube, the comment section below. Please feel free to leave a comment. I notice with YouTube, a lot of people, with crochet on YouTube, a lot of people just watch videos and they don't comment, and I'm guilty of it myself. But please comment, guys. The, YouTube creators love to hear what you think, as long as it's positive, but even constructive criticism is good. So we love to hear from you. So press that like button too. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and please share this video. It helps so much. Thanks, guys, for watching. I'll see you soon. Happy crocheting. Bye-bye.